For me, I think this drama is very interesting because our story designs a dream, and all three couples are tested for their identity and their love in their dream. And even though in the end everyone wakes up and the crisis also be resolved, but I think everyone is very rational and very clear in their reality. But in their dream, they were all very chaotic and confused. So I think this strong contracts come from the magic of Puck. In other words, it also come from the law without rational control. And about second question, I was smooth, but Helena and Harmonious pursuing their courage to pursue their love, and I think Shakespeare used this two girls story to express new females' struggle against the arranged marriage in order to pursue the freedom of love and marriage. For example, Harmonia bravely chose to elope with her lover, even though her life was threatened by his father. And secondly, I think even Park serves as a supporting role, but I think he's actually the most observable person in the whole story because he can let love become something very important and something very hypocritical. So I think the setting of Puck makes this story have more dramatic effect. And thirdly, after searching on internet, I find the story of Paramus and Tasper is taken from Roman poet Ovid story metamorphosis. And I think Pyramus and Tasba are lover, but because of some misunderstanding, they cut their throat one of other. I think this is a rich relationship between love and death. And their story make a very obvious contrast to the death story of Romeo and Juliet. And for the fourth question, I think the significance and the reality of gender difference are very obvious. At the beginning of the story, Harmonia's father said his daughter belongs to him. If Harmonia does not obey him, he will kill her. Therefore, we can see the difference between male and female society status. But facing male power, Romania insists on his own choice. And also, we can see about the traditional thinking of men in the social culture to control women by occupy power. And for the fifth question, I think male actors play female characters reflecting Homer and ironic because at the same time I think this decision is more conducive to the express of gender equality that the author want to express because when watching this drama the audience will focus on the skill of actors rather than gender. And for the last question I want to ask first, do you agree with the interpretation of love in the drama? And secondly, I think, do you think that Demetrius finally fall in love with Helena is a composition on Demetrius' personal will? And that's all.